Welcome back everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood French Canadian. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful day. Let's have some real talk. Let's talk about how NRS could actually make MK11 fun for the duration it has up until their new project. Now I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this game because I have more negative feelings than positive ones, but honestly, this has been feeling like a breakup. And I keep thinking about it, and I keep thinking, I wish I could still have fun with it. Like, I really feel like I want to play the characters that I love, Melina and Kano. But I know the second I log on to go play online just for fun, I'm gonna run into either someone on Wi-Fi and the connection is not stable and it's annoying as hell, or I'm gonna run into a Shiva stomping a-hole. And I don't want to deal with that because that ruins the experience for me. But first, let's talk about all the issues I have and what I think will help the game in the long run. And I started thinking about this because I saw this comment about MKX and how they released this really big patch by the ending of the game after the last DLC, and it changed a lot of things, and I think it helped the vitality of the game, in the long run, and playing it today is still pretty enjoyable. So what did NRS do with MKX? Well, they released a massive patch where they buffed almost every single character and they changed a lot of the gameplay mechanic. Now you're gonna say, well, Slayer, they did that with MK11. And sure, they did in like two parts, right? The first part was when they added armor breakers, and then the second part was when they changed the delays after knockdown. And when they added customs legal in tournaments. But here's the issue with customs. They implemented this way too late in the game, and for some characters it changed absolutely nothing. Some of the moves are completely trash. So here's the first thing they can do. They can remove all restrictions for customs, meaning they should take off the 2 slots and 3 slots move. Every special move should be 1 slot. And you might think that's gonna break the game, but no, it's not. People were saying that about customs. And did they break the game? Nope. It's still the same. Now, would that be enough? Of course not. Because here's another problem. The latest patch they put out was a complete joke. Not only did it make Shiva unbearable to play against, and meant that there is a risk to encounter stomp spamming Shiva players in casual and in combat league was extremely high, which to me lowers my enjoyment of the game. It also tells me that they really do not care. Why should I even take a game seriously where NRS doesn't take it seriously themselves? Like, that entire patch just made this game into one big joke, and Titanium Tigers tried to bring it up to NRS's attention, and what did they do? They banned him from a tournament. And so he came back in week 3 and he won the entire tournament with Shiva. Now, I'm not trying to say that he's a bad player, because he was using Shiva. I think he's a really good player, but he's just using her best tools, which he should do, right? But if a game forces you to use certain characters, to use certain tools over and over, is that game technically fun? Now I know fun is not the same definition for everyone, but let's be honest, the lack of diversity in MK11 really kills the fun of learning new characters, like they did with Shiva, buffing her for no apparent reason, and like they did MKX, or they buffed every single character. I think NRS should just buff every single character at this point. Just buff everyone. Make it actually fun to play. Make us want to play characters that we've never touched before. I think there is no reason to stay this conservative with this game. I don't know why they wanted this to be so serious, so neutral based, when they don't even have proper character archetypes. It makes no freaking sense whatsoever. They dumb down a lot of mechanics, which makes the game easy to learn, easy to play, and people can win by just spamming the same move over and over again with almost no repercussion. Now, that is not a fighting game, in my opinion, that can live for years and years. I think at a certain point, MK11 was fun to play. But the moment that Shiva patch dropped, the last patch, I was out. That is what killed the hype for me 100%. I was like, why should I take this game seriously? Why should I even play it when NRS clearly does not care? Now, I have a small theory on this. Now, it might not explain everything, but I think this is what's happening, that the bulk of their team is currently working on their new project. And that is why we're having little to no communication, which I used to say was fine, but it's been 5 months and we still don't know if MK11 is the last version of Mortal Kombat. We don't know what else is coming. They haven't even tweeted about the freaking movie coming out. It is so weird. But I think in this instance, they've just completely dropped the ball since the game came out when it comes to communication, when it comes to the community. And it's been a real downfall even if the game was really successful. So what if it was really successful for 2 years? That doesn't mean anything if the game cannot thrive for years and years. But I at least think that would explain why the last patch was really crappy, when it changed nothing. But it still doesn't excuse the lack of communication, in my opinion. And that's a big problem. And y'all remember this one tweet where the official Mortal Kombat account tweeted out that will be better, and then they posted this cute little video, and that was back in 2019. Has their communication been better? Nope. Not even in 2020. Not even during the release of Combat Pack 2. And again, I know it might just be WB Games, you know, pulling the strings here. But even they can recognize when it's an issue. And ultimately, companies just want your money. When they have your money, they really don't care about you. And they never did in the first place, let's be honest. And as I was watching MKX videos talking about the last patch that was added to the game, I came across this clip where Tyler, the community manager at NRS, was talking about how, even though this is the last DLC, the last patch, they're gonna continue supporting the game. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, you're not mistaken, my friend. They said the exact same thing about Mortal Kombat 11. Which tells me that this is just a marketing ploy. It's just to make you feel comfortable, it's just to reassure you, but it's all bullcrap. So I'm stuck in a place where I want to play a fighting game, I want to make videos about a fighting game, but there is nothing interesting to me at the moment. And Guilty Gear Strive has been pushed back, so I'm left with a few options. Either I suck it up, continue playing MK11 and get perpetually angry every single day, or I can try to learn Tekken. I can go back to play Dead or Alive 6. But at this point, I 100% believe that MK Ultimate was the last version of Mortal Kombat. The fact that the leaker for all the other combat packs was false and the last known leak that came to be true was Combat Pack 2, it tells me that this is it for this game. Now, of course, they haven't communicated that at all, which again, red flag here. But I think if NRS really wants to keep this game going and the tournament scene actually hype, they don't even need to change the gameplay that dramatically. They just need to take away all the restrictions. They just need to make the game more fun, buff every character. And I'm inclined to say, you know, make sure there's not any game-breaking stuff in there, but let's be honest, Shiva's freaking stomp is pretty freaking stupid. And not only that, there's been a decline in the NRS community itself. Like, I know a lot of people might have noticed this, and I know I might be late to the party, but it's been ridiculous. Like, just a couple of days ago, this one NRS streamer raided girls' chat, and all of the folks in there started harassing her for no freaking reason. Like, everyone, literally hundreds of people. Not only has the game become a joke, so has the community. Everyone thinks we're a bunch of freaking immature idiots. And you know what? I'm starting to believe it. Because every time I open up Twitter, I see more freaking stupid drama. It's sad to see, but it is the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, my friends. So I just wanted to spit out all my thoughts about MK11, I guess. And I know they can make this game fun again. I know they can. They just need to put some TLC, Total Love and Care, into the game back again. And I think they can do it. And listen, if they do that, 100% take my word for it, I will come back to the game. But as it is now, I do not want to deal with Stompy Shivas, and I do not want to deal with laggy freaking Wi-Fi matches that I cannot decline. So let me know your thoughts, let me know what would make MK11 either fun for you or better for you, what you would change and what you wouldn't change. Maybe I could even make a video with all the things that you guys say, and we could go over them and talk about them. That would be pretty cool. So let me know what you think, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you all very soon.